Everybody, BK with Masada Tactical here with another video. And this video is a response to a question submitted by one of you guys, so we do appreciate those and we do try to address those. And this one refers to dry training. I already addressed dry training in previous videos in the sense that we covered skills that you can do on your own without having to go to the range or spending money on ammunition and time. The drills that we covered already were presentation from concealment, reloads, and malfunction clearing. If you haven't watched those videos, please do go and check those out. Hopefully you gain something out of those as well. Before we get into today's skills, and we're going to start a whole series about drills that I can do, dry fire drills that I can do at the comfort of my home. Just a few kind of umbrella statements when it comes to dry training. First of all, safety, as always, is paramount when dealing with firearms. If you are going to do dry training at your house, make sure you dedicate a specific area that is safe. There is no live rounds there. The only thing there should be a clear gun, empty magazines, and if you use those, then dummy rounds. And if you have any sort of training kit, such as a Mantis or similar, that's the only thing that make it there. I'm going to talk a lot more about Mantis in future videos because that is my preferred system and drills we can do using that system. The other thing is ratio of training. I always tell people I use a ratio of 1:4, 1:5, in the sense that every skill that I will do at the range, I practice 4 to 5 times dry prior to. So before I go and I shoot from concealment, let's say at the range, I will practice 4 to 5 times as many times at home in a dry manner. For me, going to the range is an opportunity to validate that my dry training is working, not the other way around. With that said, so today we're gonna move to one additional skill that you can do on your own. So let me draw my gun, which has already been cleared, but just to be on the safe side, take a look, nothing in the chamber, no mag, I have no rounds on me or anything else, right? Today we're gonna talk about trigger reset, okay? So when we talk about trigger reset, we talk about the opportunity to minimize movement on the gun. If I get into a true lethal engagement, right? So we're excluding shots 75 yards out where precision matters, where I'm gonna go back to my fundamentals, my side picture, side alignment, proper grip, proper trigger squeeze, follow through, breathing control, all of those are certainly gonna come into play. But in a true lethal engagement, when I am engaged with another individual at close distances, right, typically speed would be more important than accuracy. And I know I'm responsible for every round that leaves my muzzle, but at 3 to 5 feet, I can point my finger at you and know that I'm pretty much on you. The two things that I do want to control is a proper grip, because if I am not properly gripping the gun, I'm going to be all over the place. Again, watch the video on presentations from concealment for a discussion on that. And the other thing is manipulating the trigger. Now, as someone that's been in combat and has fired a firearm, I will tell you from experience that under stress, you're going to pull the trigger as fast as you possibly can. The reality is those rounds are not coming out fast enough, right? So I'm gonna do whatever I can. And if I'm moving the gun a lot, every time I'm doing it, my chances of missing the target, even at close proximity, exponentially grows, right? So my goal is to minimize as much movement as I can. Again, this is where my proper grip comes in, because a solid platform holding the gun is gonna minimize some of that movement. But manipulating the trigger is also gonna become important. When I say trigger reset, what I mean is once I fire a round in the slide cycle, instead of releasing that trigger all the way, I'm gonna count to the point where it reconnects. Now I'm gonna pull again. I'm looking for a tactile and an audible feedback that tells me I am there. And the better I get at doing that, the faster I can go. The faster I go without moving the gun as much, because my travel is short and my engagements are a lot faster, the more likely I am to hit the target in a successive manner without missing, because there's a lot less movement to everything around. So certainly give this drill a try. Again, hold the trigger to the rear, cycle the slide, release slowly, pull the trigger again, cycle the slide, release slowly, and repeat. Everything I do with my strong hand, you want to do with your support hand as well. You never know what may happen in the fight. It's not going to feel as smooth, it's not going to be as fast, but certainly worth giving it a try. As always, thank you all that subscribe to our channel. If you haven't, please go ahead and do so. Please also follow up on other social media platforms, Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn, namely. We put a lot of content on those as well. And as always, watch your six.